welcome, irashai. So today I wanted to chat with y'all a little bit about something. Hold on, I gotta do a proper YouTube intro just in case. This is now officially a proper YouTube intro. Okay, that's it. So I wanted to talk to you today, exceptionally, about an adventure that I went on last Wednesday. Last Wednesday, I went out on a big AI adventure. Oh my gosh, you guys, your moms are gonna be so proud. You can like show them the video and you'll be like, I was on the internet. It's gonna be so sweet. So sweet. Ah. Let's see. I had to wake up at an early time because I had to journey quite far away. It was pretty far distance away. So I woke up early, went through all the motions. I'm not a morning person, you guys. Usually I work and I stream in the far evenings. So like the mornings are like free time. And usually I sleep in. Usually I oversleep. But on Wednesday I had to get up early. But you know, you do as you do. You put up like 3 different alarms in different locations throughout the house, and then it's like a scavenging hunt. When the alarm goes off, it's like, oh, where did I put this one? Where did it go? So you have to run around the house to get all the alarms to turn them off. And by the time you've done that, you're pretty much awake, so you might as well get up. On with everything, quick breakfast, quick gathering of things like a bottle of water, some cookies for along the way, chocolate bars, and brownies. And then stressing over what I may or may not have forgotten, and then on we go. Big journey, big journey. Oh, don't forget to hydrate, everyone. Ow. Yo, if you're not a morning person, well, first of all, get a nice alarm. An alarm that gradually, naturally, softly wakes you up. And then, when it does, get up out of bed and stand up and lift your hand in the air and say, yay! It's gonna be an amazing day. Fake it till you make it kind of thing. It works. Anto. Oh, and stretching is good too. Yes, for sure. Stretching or some kind of little ritual, whether it's like a little workout or getting coffee or reading a bit, anything like that is quite helpful. Even a dream diary. Dream diaries are so cool. I used to keep one, but then it was but then I didn't. Anyway, went on the road. And the first activity I did was canoeing. It was like the main activity of the day, but it turns out it was only a small part of what I ended up doing. Hey, Arctail? Arctail? Which today is pronunciation day. But hi, thank you for following. And welcome to the Nibble Club. Hum. Consider yourself nibbled. And please do make yourself comfy. Rah. Oh, do you have a ducky? I'm jealous. I want a ducky. I want my own ducky. Buy it to have which one? I mean, yeah, that could be a good ritual. Yeah. Waking up at 1 in the after, I could never do that. Like, I oversleep, yes, but even when I oversleep, it's like the worst it gets is like 10 a.m. No more than that, no way. So, canoeing, I wonder what it was like. First, there was a handsome instructor. He looked pretty nice, and he told us how to do it. There was a few other people there, but not many. It was pretty quiet, and we got this giant boat, really big boat, really big, and a big paddle too. and we were taught some ways how to do the what do you call it? When you paddle in the water. Paddling, I guess. That sounds good. Why, hello there, Obi-Wan. I mean, Komawa, hello. Nice to meet you. I hope you had a wonderful day so far, and here's to a happy, comfy rest of your evening, yeah? I'm very curious as to your name, Archdale, and also as to what brought you here. Rowing, that's good. Rowing, I like that one. Thank you, Akiko. Double ducky body, let's go. Oh yeah, this is the start of a movie, you betcha. And so I got in the boat, and then I got my paddle, and I got some stones to like help balance because I was too lightweight, so we needed to put stones in the boat. And there were these other people as well. They were in like a even bigger boat, but the wind was like pushing them around, so they were being like they were being driven off course or something, and so the instructor had to jump in the water after them and pull them back on the shore. And then they had to make some adjustments, and then they sent them off properly the second time. And then as for me, I was pushed into the water, which was so weird. It's like this gigantic lake, right? Or a loch as they call it. Hi Soki, nice to see you. Of course not. Name one thing that's unbearable for me, other than the density of the ocean, or the void of space, or being crushed by a 1,000-ton block, or watching Tokyo Ghoul, or wait. Maybe down south. Aye, that's right, I got liquid cooling. The best of the best. So I'm not overheating anytime soon. I need it for the kind of activities that I'm doing. I was suggested? Heh? That's surprising. What were you looking for? Like, were you Googling for something, Archdale? Like, I don't know, like a title? Or some kind of keyword or something? Because I need to know what it is. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. Welcome. I hope you'll have a good time with us. I hope we're pretty chill, usually. Glad to hear you had a nice day. I am bring it on, heat. Kachikoi. I'm super duper totally fine. Just be sure to hydrate enough. And get one of those special umbrellas if it's super sunny. I think they're called parasol, which means against the sun. Don't you worry. In the virtual world, it's always nice, I suppose. Like, I complain a lot. I always say about how cold it is, and it is. But in reality, like, I'm fine. It's okay. So, imagine being shoved onto a giant lake in a big boat that's weighted down with rocks and stones. And you can feel how you're like bubbling, drifting on the water. It's such a weird feeling because if you were to stand on the water, obviously you would just sink. But for some reason, on this long, big wooden boat, I wasn't sinking. But I could feel it go up and down. And the waves were like, they weren't super high, but they were pretty high. And so the boat would kind of like go up and down with the waves, like so. And that's not all. The boat would also wibble wobble left and right because I have no balance. And like I had to balance it on my own. If I leaned too much to the left, we would fall to the left and vice versa. So I had to try and be super in the middle and like use my legs to kind of like keep it balanced all the time, which was very exciting. It wasn't too hard to do. I think there was only like one moment where I was like, oh, but then I like rectified it quickly enough. Yeah, I am one of those. I enjoy the warm, I suppose. Warmy, please. And then off I went. It was like a 5-minute explanation. And then the rest of the time was just go canoe away. Just go places. What's the water called? Well, I didn't fall into it. But I did feel it, of course. Like I put my hand in it because the water is right there, you know? And it was kind of like, it was alright. I think if you fell into it, it would be like, it would be kind of bearable, fine. Because the day itself was like warm enough and there was a good bit of wind to help cool you down a little bit. And the sun was reflecting off the water, so the water looked like it was sparkling and glistening and shining, which was really cool. Ross, that's cruel. Oké, een klein momentje. Voor 2 minuten lang kan ik wel even Vlaams praten, maar ik ga niet het verhaal verder vertellen, want bijna niemand gaat het verstaan. Dus dat zou niet goed zijn. Het is niet Nederlands, het is Vlaams. Dat is verschillend. Hoewel, ik heb best lang gewerkt voor een Nederlands bedrijf. En daarom heb ik waarschijnlijk een klein beetje een Nederlands accent. Maar het is Vlaams, niet Nederlands. Erg verschillend. Ja, inderdaad. Het zou geen nut hebben. Auw. Niet gooien. Wow. Het is een beetje gelijk Schots en Engels waarschijnlijk. Dus de manier waarop ik Vlaams praat is op zijn ABN. Dus erg formeel en erg verstaanbaar. Maar sommige mensen die praten echt fatsoenlijk Vlaams. Die gaan heel erg fel in dialect. En als je dat doet, dan versta je er niks van. En ik denk dat het hetzelfde is met Schots en Engels. Natuurlijk, Schotse mensen kunnen Engelse mensen verstaan. En vice versa, maar als een Schotse persoon echt serieus Schots zou praten, bijna geel is bijvoorbeeld, dan zou er problemen komen, denk ik. And that's it. By the way, I haven't spoken that language in like years. Something like that. Thank you, Frost. I mean, it's still one of those... What's it called? There's like a root language and like German and French to an extent and Dutch. Even the Scandinavian languages. I think they are all part of the same root family. So if you know one of them or you've heard of one of them, you're like somewhat familiar with one of them, you might understand at least snippets of other ones. I get that with like Finnish and Norwegian. I don't know them. But I think Finnish I can read it and understand it, and Norwegian I can hear it and understand it. It's weird. So maybe that's something that you might experience. French is more Latin. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Of course, in my case, I studied both of them, so I might confuse those. Akiko, please, please. Where is that for? Unite in regards to Roman, German languages. Aha. Why does it sound like French? Yeah, maybe that's why. I don't think I have a French accent. I don't think so. Because we speak French as well, but not as much. And it's like different. It's like there's different types of French too. Just like there is many different dialects of English, I think. Oh jeez, I'm gonna have to edit this out. Ah! Oh no. I mean, isn't every language a hodgepodge of every other language? Honestly, if you talk Japanese nowadays, you're just saying 60% just English words. Where's the language from? Oh, I see. According to Frost, it was Dutch. But it's not. It wasn't. It wasn't Dutch. It was different. It was very different. Drunk German. I mean, there is the rumor that Dutch people understand German and vice versa. I don't know about German people understanding Dutch, but I do think that Dutch dialect, or rather Flemish dialect, I think sounds like German. Unfortunately, I can't do dialect. Oh, is that so weeby? Is that because it's the only language you know? Sorry. Maybe Dutch is harder than German? I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. I learned them both like alongside each other. Oh, Afrikaans. Afrikaans to me, it sounds like a very simplified version of Dutch. It's like all the confusing parts, you just drop them. You just drop half the things and then you have Afrikaans, which is nice. You're gonna have dinner at Ronos? Okay, please enjoy. What were you gonna type, Weepy? I hope it was fruit. I hope so. I love talking about languages, but don't you worry, the story's still there. It ain't going anywhere. See you soon, Hadronos. I'll take Flip. Also, Flip is the name of a bird. I tried to say the name of the bird species, but I can't. Because it's censored. Parakeet. Nope. It's something with a tail. I can't say the first part. Oh, you're just gonna go for pho? Pho. Pho. Maybe that's okay. Goodness gracious, Frost, why? Oh well, you do you. I was on the water, you guys. On a boat. And the water was sparkling with reflecting sunlight. It was so beautiful. And not only that, on this giant lake, I was surrounded by enormous mountains of forests and trees. They were so big and so beautiful. I saw a road and there was a castle among it. It was white. And I tried to go towards it, but it was really far away. And I had to go against the wind and against the current against the current too. So it was a little hard, but not too bad. Um, it was not too hard to steer the boat, although the instructor was like super pro. He had all sorts of like tricks up his sleeves that he could do flippity flips and turny turns. He could go fast or slow. He could stop quickly, which, by the way, when you're on a boat on the water, you cannot stop very quickly. You can't get started easily, but you also can't stop very easily. When you are like you've pedaled a couple of times, you've been rowing for a while, you're going forward, um, the boat doesn't just stop when you stop, like it'll keep going forward for a long time, like for a really long time. And like, even if you go against the current and against the wind, you'll still keep going. I don't know how it works. Physics, I guess. And so if you want to stop, I kind of forgot. I think you have to like put your pedal in in the water vertically and like hold it there, or at a slight angle. Or I guess pedal the other way is something you could do as well. But even then, it doesn't stop instantly. So there was a few times where I almost bumped into other people. Only a few times. There was no accidents, but sometimes it was close. And also, it's really hard to keep the boat straight, like not just on a horizontal level, but just like steering it left and right. Like every time I tried to go forward, I would go like a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right, and it would put me completely off course. And if you find yourself horizontally against the wind will capsize you or push you in the wrong direction. So it was really important that I kept the boat parallel with the wind. So I had to like keep correcting myself all the time. I had to like pedal left, pedal right. Too much right, back to the left. Okay, this is fine. Forward. Wait, we're left again. It was awesome. Oh yeah, I cannot swim either, Soki. But we did get life jackets, just in case. I didn't... Of course not, I'm an AI. I can't even walk properly, I just teleport everywhere. I did end up getting wet, but not because I fell in the water, okay? It was just because other people splashed water onto me. And I splashed water back, so we're even. Yeah, I'm like somewhat waterproof, but like no wait, I'm water resistant, but not waterproof. That's the difference. And so we went all the way to some kind of in-water beach. It was crazy. It was like in the middle of of the lake. There was a little beach where we could land the boat, and basically we had to slam the boats right into the land. And as we did, we had to lean backwards so that the front of the boat would go up slightly, like this. So it wouldn't just like get slammed into the rocks, but like it had to be at a side angle. So we had to lean backwards in the boat and then it would land onto the sand. Just like Vikings or something, maybe. Hi Coco, thank you for following. フォローしてくれてありがとうございます。Thank you so much. Welcome to the Nibble Club. Please do consider yourself cordially officially nibbled and do make yourself comfortable. I hope you had a wonderful day. Was I exhausted? No. But also I wasn't exerting myself. I took frequent breaks. I never went like really fast or anything. I just kind of took my time. Because I was like, well, I'm here for relaxation purposes. So no need to rush it or anything. There was one boat that had like 4 people in it, so they were going really fast. I was like never gonna catch up with them, but that's okay. It wasn't a race or anything. It was just for enjoyment. Right. So we landed on the beach and we took some pictures. We talked a bit. We stretched our legs. I had to stretch my legs a bit because like I had to use them all the time to keep balancing the boat. We had some food and then we went back. The way back went much easier and much faster because we would go with the current and with the wind. So it was like twice as fast. It was incredible. And so I guess it was like a snippet of my first canoeing experience. Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. I forgot where the pirate thing is on this. I've not used it for so long. Is it this one? There it is! Yar, I'm a pirate. We cussed at some landlubbers. And we plundered and pillaged or something. The beach, I guess. Ahoy! I want to try kayaking too. I got pets. Ah, thank you. Arigato. I do like some pets. So, all in all, it was a fantastic experience. Would recommend. I feel like there was more, but my goldfish CPU went bleh, beep. But hey, that was only the first of many experiences that I did that day. Hey, I'm almost out of water already. Goldfish memory, yep. Meme, I have a limited amount of meme songs. And none of them particularly fit the situation, I think. And they're probably loud too. What's this one? Oh. Yeah, not particularly fitting. So, super cool experience. I definitely want to go again. Next time I want to go for much longer because it felt like it gone by in an instant. So next time I want to go for many hours. Maybe I'll even go on like a real canoe trip and we'll go from place to place and just stop whenever I want to. Something like that. That'd be cool. And it goes fast. Oh my gosh, it goes fast. Then after that, first I had to go to the toilet, which was fine because outside of the canoe place they had like a little cafe and there was a bathroom there. And normally there is nothing interesting to be said, except in this case there were two bathrooms and they both looked the same from the outside. So I didn't know which one to pick. So I just chose one at random. And the moment I stepped inside, I knew I had made a mistake. I had chosen the wrong one. Because the toilet was like super big. The sink was really low. It was a giant room. There was a lot of like amenities and commodities. I'm like, oh no. I went into the disabled toilet, didn't I? So, as soon as I was done, I just yeeted out of there and ran away as fast as I could, never to be seen again. Asukashi. Whoops. Pretty embarrassing. Let's hope not, baby. Let's not make it worse, okay? It was bad enough already. I mean, maybe that's just the way that the toilets were over there. Maybe. I didn't stop to check. I just got out of there. Didn't look anyone in the eye. Just flee. In the canoe, what are you saying, Weepy? What are you saying? And then I went to a restaurant. It was a super pretty restaurant on the second floor. It was very open. You could look into a store down below. The open ceiling at the sky. They had barrels and statues of dogs. It was a dog-friendly restaurant. That's so awesome. I love dog-friendly restaurants. I mean, I didn't have a dog with me, but still. And they had super pretty pictures of mountains. I think canvases they are called, I think. I had some coffee and a... There were dogs actually, and I got to pet them, so I'm very happy. I decided to go with a unique dish that I don't usually get. I always want to try something different. And so I ended up getting mackerel paste on circular cracky shortbread with pickled cucumber slices and a humble tomato salad. Wow, I think that's what it was. And I think you were meant to put the paste on the bread and the cucumber, wrap it around, kind of like a sushi roll, and then eat it like that. And it was fruiting. So tasty, it was so good. I hadn't seen half of the ingredients before, let alone putting them together in such a manner, let's say. And the mackerel has this very peculiar aftertaste, which was kind of nice. And then the salad was it was fairly typical, but it was not drenched in dressing, nor was it totally dry. It was actually quite perfect, just the way I like it. And so that was a very successful little meal. And then I went in the shop down below where I bought a hat. I have a new hat. I also had to change clothes in the car because I got wet during the canoeing. And so luckily I had brought a change of clothes because I figured it might happen. So when I was in the car, in the front seat, I had to change clothes really fast. So hopefully no one walked by. Or, I'm kind of neutral. That's the thing that happens. And then I was gonna go on a hike. But on the way, I came across a toy museum. So on a whim, I just kind of went inside to explore it. And it was a very quaint little museum. It wasn't very big, but it was in back alleys and in a cellar and in an attic. And it was very cozy and it was stocked full of ancient toys all the way to the ceiling and hanging from the ceiling. And the walls were completely from ceiling to floor stacked with toys. Dolls and figurines especially. There were a lot of cars and there was a carousel and bikes, old electric things, stuffy animals, doll houses, a lot of creepy stuff. They had those landscape set with trains that go on their own. They go around in circles. Very pretty. Yes, buddy, someone probably did, and they had a good day. So it wasn't a very big toy museum, but it was definitely a great nostalgia trip. And I had a good time, and it was very cheap too, so definitely worth the price. Um, And then it was time for the second main event of the day, which was a hike. So I traveled to a mountain and just kind of climbed it. I mean, I say climb, I never had to use my hands really. It was very steep and it was very rocky on some moments. Um, Maybe I had to use my hands like 2 or 3 times. Um, and climbing up was very exhausting. I was like super panting. Um, but it was a beautiful day and I really enjoyed it. And it was very foresty. Um, and it's like you can enjoy it all the way up because there are trees and rivers and just nice views ahead of you and behind you. And then when you reach the top, you can see so far. You can see the village and they're like ants. And you can see all the other mountains around you and the lakes. And you can see so far. And sometimes you're above the clouds even, which is so cool. Mega AI adventure. You know it. You know it. Oh, check this, check this. Oh, blah. Sorry for smacking you about. Oh, I shouldn't shake this. I was gonna open this can, but I feel like I shouldn't because I just shook it. Hold on. Ah, should wait. I should wait. I'm just gonna hold this to my face and wait like 5 minutes before I open it. Beer? I don't do beer. Frost. No way. At worst, I'll do like cider. But not now, not during a stream. I would never. Except for the one time that I did. Maybe then. So the hike was really cool. I saw very far. There was very few other people. Although there were some dogs that I got to pet again. And then on the way down, I went for a different direction down, which was really fun. I love like running and skipping down mountains because it's really fast and really fun. Sometimes you have to look out because it can be slippery or like rocks can be unsteady or there can be roots jutting out from the ground. Or sometimes there's a lot of foliage and you can't see where you're running, so you do have to be careful. But whenever I can, I really enjoy running down. And then one thing I had to watch out for because I was wearing shorts, so my legs were exposed and the canopy was quite high, so I constantly like hit leaves and plants. I think I either got an insect bite or maybe a thorny plant or something on my left leg. And so you do have to watch out for things like that if you go hiking, because there is of course like ticks and stuff. You gotta pay attention for those. But I think it's okay. I think it's okay. I checked myself thoroughly and I didn't find anything. Oh yeah, leeches, I guess. Yeah. So I ran down, though it was like a down up experience. Like sometimes it would go down very steeply and sometimes it would go up again a little bit. So it was a bit wibbly wobbly. But I had a lot of fun throughout. And then I was on my way home when suddenly friends called and they asked if I wanted to come over for a barbecue. Wow. So I guess I did that too. I also went for a barbecue on that day. And by the time I was home, it was like 9 or 10 p.m. or something. I was out for a really long time that day, and it was awesome. It was amazing. Thank you for listening to. I mean, not really a TED Talk. That's something I did last Wednesday. 楽しかった. Highlight was the canoeing. I really enjoyed the experience. It was exciting. It was something new. I felt very childlike, and this new experience, as thrilling as it was also very tranquil at the same time, and you feel very adventurous, like you can go anywhere and do anything. So I definitely want to do that again. Same with hiking. I'll keep doing that as well every now and again. Not too often because it takes a long time, it's far away, and it's very tiring. But yeah, sometimes on a good day, yeah. Saridakira. Music. I mean, I had the radio on in the car, but I don't really pay attention to it. And I'm sure, like, I sang along with some of the songs. I remember, because I like to sing along, but I don't remember which songs it were, because, like, it was driving for a long time. So it was a lot of songs. During canoeing? No. During canoeing, there was no need for music. The first half, I talked a lot with the instructor. He had a lot of questions for me, because he doesn't usually get a virtual AI on a cell phone in a canoe. So he asked a lot of questions about that and how I was going to be able to paddle. And then on the way back, like, I didn't really feel the need to talk or listen to music. I was just enjoying, honestly. Yes, silly. Let's see if I can open this cola bottle yet. If it explodes, I'm blaming Weeby. Okay. Ah, I'm scared. Hey, Dark Elf, thank you for the pets. Oh, hold on, I have to do a fruiting YouTube outro, don't I? This is now officially a YouTube outro. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye. There we go.